Hi everyone, this is Nathan Wayne from Woof Woof Watermelon News. We are interviewing Mr. Phyllis Fogg, who just came back from his trip around the world in less than 80 days. He is so amazing and incredible. Mr. Fogg, how are you feeling back home? Can you please briefly tell us where you have been?
Thank you, Nathan. I love watching Woof Woof Watermelon News. This has been an exciting adventure. I'm exhausted but excited. I started off at London 80 days ago. Then I took a steamer to Egypt. Then I crossed the Red Sea to India. Then I took another steamer to Hong Kong, then Japan. I traveled another steamer to San Francisco, and then I took a train to New York. Then I took a steamer back to London. It's been quite a trip, huh?
Wow, you certainly spent a lot of time on the steamers and trains. What did you do to make time pass faster?
I usually play my cards, chat with friends, and enjoy food.
What made you decide to take on this challenge to go around the world in 80 days?
It's because of a bet I made with my friends from the Reform Club. The news said that the railroad in India has been fixed and people might now travel the world in 80 days. I didn't know what happened to me that day. I waged them 20,000 pounds to bet that the news was true and I could be back in 80 days. As most of people know me, I am a man with a routine and boring life. I did the same thing as the same day after day. The trip totally changed me and the experiences from the trip were amazing. From now, I will certainly enjoy and appreciate every day of my life.
Did you travel by yourself?
No, my new butler, Passport, came with me. Toward the middle of the trip, I saved Miss Aoda from the bandits in India. She came back with us. She is such a wonderful woman, and we were in love on the way back home. I just proposed to her to marry me. She's very famous too.
Wow, congratulations. We are very happy for you. You not only won the 20,000 pounds, but also got yourself a wonderful wife from the trip.
Yes, also Passport and Detective Fix are now dear friends of mine.
Detective Fix? How did you know him throughout the trip?
Detective Fix mistook me as a bank robber for the Bank of England, so he followed me around the world and tried to arrest me when we were back in England. During the trip, he got to know me and found that I was not a bad person. Further, he found suspect and caught him after he came back. We became good friends now.
Mr. Fogg, a lot of us would love to learn more about your trip around the world. Would you please share some memorable moments with us?
Yes, certainly. Most of the most memorable moments was when we were in India. The news said that the rails were built and completed. However, it was not true. The train stopped at Kobe, and we had to find a way to get out of Allahabad to continue the train. We were panicked because it would take us too long to walk for 50 miles. Before we were going to give up, we saw an elephant. On the way to Allahabad, we passed the forest. We saw some bandits kidnapping Miss Aoda. We decided to rescue her. It's very dangerous since there were a lot of them and they all had weapons. We waited until midnight when they all fell asleep. We dig the hole and stole from their prison. We jumped out the elephants and left. The bandits found us and started chasing us. We were almost captured, thanks to the elephant, and ran pretty fast. The other time was when I almost lost Passport. He was doing sightseeing in India. He went to a temple and visited and didn't see a sign saying foreigners are not allowed to get in. Later, he was caught and got us in trouble. We had to pay the court £4,000 to bail him out of jail. That's pretty crazy. Speaking of Passport, I didn't know he knew acrobat. One time, Miss Alda and I missed our steamer at Hong Kong to Shanghai. Passport was in Shanghai alone. He didn't have any money and tried to find us. Therefore, he joined the local circus to perform acrobats. We finally reunited when we saw him perform. He was really good. In San Francisco, we boarded a train to New York. The train stopped because a massive herd of bison crossing the tracks. All men in the train were fighting back. A lot of us were injured. Thanks God, the soldiers came to rescue us. However, Passport and a few passengers were kidnapped. And I and a few volunteer soldiers had to go and save them. By the time we came back, the train has left, so we had to take wind-powered sleds to Omaha. It's quite crazy. Mr. Fogg, thank you very much for your time. Your adventure is quite amazing. It's my greatest honor to meet you. You're welcome. It's my pleasure to have the opportunity to share my story. Cultures, language, and food are so different from countries to countries. We can learn very much to travel around the world and make great friends. Also, the experience can be memorable for the rest of our lives. Thank you. Once again, this is Nathan Wang from Woof Woof Watermelon News. Let's go and explore the world.